Hey guys, welcome to That Florida Feeling. I hope everybody's had a good week. I know it's been an interesting one for me. It's been very busy. It's kind of warm here, but you know what? It's Florida. It never really gets cool. Thanks guys for listening to last week's episode. I'm sorry it was a repost, but I got a lot of good feedback on it, so thank you. I appreciate that. Today, I am really excited to have a really special guest. I have Christina from Seaside, Seabird Sanctuary. Thought I was going to botch saying that. And she is here to talk about, what her mission is, why she started this, and it's really important, and it's actually a really cool place, guys. So, say hi, Christina.
Hi, I'm Christina with the Seaside Seabird Sanctuary. My role here is Director of Business Development. So, the sanctuary actually started back in the 70s. Someone started it back then, and then it came under new management in 2016. So we came into that and just kind of revamped some things here and started a different thing. But our journey is still the same. Our main mission is rescue, rehabilitate, and release. Our second mission is conservation education. We're really big in that. We love educating the public about conservation, why certain bird species are important, even like flora and fauna combined, especially in Florida with the mangroves. Those are really, really important.
Yeah, not just for hurricanes, but actually for the actual animals.
Yeah, for their nesting. So a lot of the birds nest in there as well. Yeah.
I actually didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm going to learn a lot today, too.
That's good.
So, are you originally from Florida?
No, I'm actually a Jersey girl, born and bred Jersey girl.
Right.
I was in Texas for a couple years. I had been visiting Florida, particularly this area for the last 20, though.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I've been coming down here for a while, so it was time to come.
When did you finally move?
I moved right before COVID happened, so February 10th.
Oh, wow. So, you did right before COVID.
Yeah, literally a month before that happened. So I've always wanted to live in Florida, and it's a beautiful state, and I love everything it has to offer, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this is a really nice area that we're in. So where is the sanctuary actually located? Can you?
So yeah, sure. We're in Indian Shores, Florida. We're right on Gulf Boulevard, so we're right on the beach. So we have prime location. So not only can you tour our facility for free, and you can see over the 100 resident birds that we have here at the sanctuary, you can also check out the beach at the same time. So it's really nice. We have a 3-tier observation deck. You can get up there and watch the beach and the waves and check that out. I know.
Yeah, we're so gonna walk out.
I'm giving you a tour. Yes. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, it's a great location. Like I said, it's been around since the 70s, so we're the same location, different name than before, but the mission remains the same.
And what brought you to specifically want to work for this sanctuary?
I was a vet tech for 17 years, and then I was a zookeeper for 5.
Oh, wow.
I've worked with a lot of really interesting animals, not particularly birds, which is funny that I ended up here. But I had started volunteering here one day a week. When I first moved down here, I was looking to get involved with animals because I have a couple of different jobs, and then one job I always fell for was the animal job. And they had a volunteer position, so I volunteered one day a week, just kind of cleaning in the hospital, what I was used to doing as a zookeeper.
Cool.
And then the woman that took care of the gift shop 2 days a week had left, so they said, "Oh, do you want to do your fundraising marketing?" I said, "Sure, no problem." And then the operations director left, so then they're like, "Hey, do you want to?" And I'm like, "Sure, no problem." So this is where I ended up. I'm used to being more hands-on with animals, so sitting behind a desk is something new for me. But it's just as important, right, for us to have the money that we need because we rely on donations 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then starting the fundraising and the business development has totally opened us up for a lot more donations for us to make improvements.
Yeah.
And it's been really successful the last 2 years, even with COVID.
Right.
So,
no, it's always good to hear growth, especially with COVID, because I know a lot of people struggled. And it did hurt a lot of people, so it's really good that it didn't hurt, the foundations and the sanctuaries and the nonprofits that are there to help.
Sure.
The rescues and the rehabs and all the reasons we still need these around.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's really cool.
We're the only one in Pinellas County that does what we do. So there's other rescue organizations. They're basically like the taxis for the birds.
Gotcha.
So they'll bring, it's pretty funny. Okay. So they drop them off here, but what people don't realize is those other organizations, they don't really have any overhead. So it's us kind of incurring all those costs. Because we have the hospital and we have the... we do the rehab for them. And some of these birds are here. Some of them are here for a week and some of them are here for months. They have wing broken injuries that takes a while to recover.
Okay.
Red tide kicked our butt last year.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we had about 500 birds come through our facility with red tide. So, yeah, it was a really hard year. And now, obviously, that costs a lot of money. The fluids, the medicine that we give them, the fish, it was really expensive.
And the goal is to always get them back out in the wild.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's our main goal. And then if they can't be released into the wild, they live with us for the rest of their lives.
Okay, so there are some residents. I know I met Goldie and Tito.
Yep.
How many resident birds do you think you have here?
We have a little over 100. Wow. Yeah, and we have, I think, about 10 or 12 different species total.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different species here.
And then, so that's really cool. I didn't realize you were a vet tech in a zoo because I've really only talked to you a couple times.
Right. Yeah.
So that's really cool. So do you mind telling me a couple different kinds of birds you have here and?
Sure. So the main birds that we're going to have are our brown pelicans.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the staple that everyone kind of sees when they're out in the water. Their main injury is fishing line injury. 49% of the birds that came through the sanctuary last year were fishing line injuries.
And so that just happens with people not being careful fishing?
Yeah, so they're lazy, they're uneducated. They when they're fishing, they snag a bird. And then they cut the line.
And then they leave the bird to deal with it.
And the bird gets tangled up and it gets wrapped around a wing or ends up somewhere else. And then that's when they come to us, and if they make it anyway. A lot of them have passed away because they get tangled up in their nests, and then they can't
fix it.
They can't fix it at that point. And they're out of reach for us to do the rescuing. So that's for our brown pelicans. We also have some sandhill cranes on property, Brad and Janet.
That's insane. And yeah, they're always couples, right?
Yep.
I've heard that. Okay.
Yep. So they hang out together. They're pretty cool. She's missing part of the bottom of her beak, and he has a wing injury. Part of his wing's missing as well. So that's an interesting bird that we have here. And then we have our American white pelicans.
Okay.
They're a migratory species that come to Florida. They hang out in Fort DeSoto. They come down October to March.
Oh, okay.
And then they leave and go back.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just left. But we have residents here that can't be re-released for a multitude of reasons. A lot of people like to see those guys as well. And then on the raptor side of things, we have great horned owls. We have 2 of those.
Cool.
And then we also have a red-shouldered hawk and a red-tailed hawk. And we have our little screech owls, which everybody loves those.
Oh, Lord. Are those the little tiny ones?
Yeah,
they're just so
small.
cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll let you see Rufus. His condo's in the hospital. He's been with us for 9 years now. So.
Okay, so Rufus is a resident.
Rufus is a resident, and he's also an ambassador. So a lot of these birds have been trained to go to events. So for this weekend, we'll be in Treasure Island for a community day.
Okay, cool.
Then next weekend, there's a Rotary run that will have a table set up. So I try to have tables set up in the communities. Number 1, to educate the public about us and our existence. And number 2, to kind of show them, hey, this bird was hit by a car, and just do a couple PSAs. So
maybe I'll have you out at the shop one weekend.
Yeah.
Because we do tables on the sidewalks in the past. So
totally do that.
We can do that.
Yeah, I'll be there all day.
I want to bring Rufus out now. I
Yeah.
haven't met him yet, but I want to bring him out.
Yeah, he's great.
Well, that's cool. I didn't realize that you did the raptor side of things.
Yeah, so we don't discriminate here. We take all the bird species in.
So if I found a little hurt pigeon, I can bring it to you.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. Like I said, we have crows, pigeons, blue jays.
Wow.
Especially right now, baby bird season's coming up.
Yes.
So, yeah, PSA for that. If you find a baby bird, try to put it back into a makeshift nest.
Gotcha.
Near its mom as soon as possible.
Okay.
That's super important. That helps us, too, because a lot of times people bring them in and then...
It could have been
work.
fine.
Yeah, don't ever feed them or give them water because then they'll imprint. So we don't want that to happen.
And then they think you're mama. And
exactly.
Then
Our whole blue jay enclosure is full of imprinted blue jays because they wouldn't survive on their own out there.
No.
Yeah.
And was that Goldie?
That was Tito.
Oh, Tito. Okay.
He always has something to say.
I should have had Tito in the interview. No, I just and I know that's something that's I think spring is like that for most rescues. When I used to do animal rescues with cats, I know that every kitten season, and people meant well. Mm-hmm. And it's if you had just left it alone, I guarantee you it would have had a 90% chance and been fine.
Right, exactly.
There's the 10% that you have to help.
Right.
But I think that is something important to say. I know you mean well.
Right,
but
exactly.
keep an eye on it. You don't have to touch it, just keep an eye on it. If in a certain amount of time it doesn't, then get involved.
Right. Or give us a call.
You.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and I get everyone has the right intention at the right time. So, yeah. We actually had someone, a bird came in injured the other day. It was a woodpecker.
Oh.
And it got attached to a glue trap, which happens very often. Those glue traps are terrible, terrible things.
Are you talking about the ones that hang from the ceiling?
The traps that they put on the ground to get rats outside their houses and stuff.
I have so much to say about
I know.
That, yeah.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yes.
So anyway, she called and she's checking and I said, look, next time don't rip the bird off the...
God, no.
And again, she just felt so bad. She's like, I used Dawn, I used vegetable oil, I did all these things. And I said, just in the end, just next time.
Call me.
Again, you have all the proper intention there.
Yes.
But, and I respect people trying to help wildlife. But
so the bird is here now.
When in doubt, doing fine.
Got it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that part. Yeah. I was like, is it okay?
Happy ending.
Is it okay?
So, doing good. But in the end, just give us a call when in doubt. for
Now,
sure.
so you do actually go out and rescue.
Yeah, we have a rescue team. Last year, we actually had 3,969 birds come through our facility.
That's insane.
And I think we received close to 6,000 rescue calls. So they didn't always result in a rescue because a lot of it was public education about the birds.
You were able to help, though,
birds.
still.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we have our own rescue team. We have an app, so when they call, it goes out on the app, and if people are available, it's all volunteer based.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So they can go out and they'll go grab a bird, they'll bring it back to us. If they can't, then we have someone else. But like I said, those other organizations that we work with as well, they'll bring birds to us. So we're constantly having birds coming in.
No, sure. I get it. Yeah. So you said this is all volunteer based. If someone wanted to volunteer here, they could.
Yes, of course.
An option? Okay.
Yeah. So we're actually hiring for our gift shop right now.
There you go.
Part-time, minimum wage for just 20 hours a week, so I can do some more business development networking. And we're always having events on the weekends, and I don't want to close the gift shop. And
right.
Light office work, pretty chill. But as far as volunteering goes, yeah, we have volunteers for all different walks, fundraising events, gift shop, hospital. We need rescue volunteers.
Yeah.
We have you come in the hospital, you learn about the birds, and then we train you, and you go with like a senior rescue person.
Cool. Okay, so it's shadow.
Yep, shadowing. Yep.
Very
so
cool.
Dylan is our volunteer coordinator, so you would reach out to Dylan for that.
Okay.
But yeah.
And you guys do have a website.
Yep, it's Seaside Seabirdsanctuary.org.
Okay.
We have Facebook, Seaside,
right.
and then an Instagram, which is Seaside for the Birds.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, that's right. Tito has a Twitter, but he doesn't really tweet very often. He's kind of busy.
You sure? Because he's really feeling it right now.
He definitely is.
So that's cool. So what made you passionate about the birds? Like you said, you weren't first into birds and now you're with them. What made you really attached to this place?
Just seeing the journey from these birds that come in with these injuries and being in the hospital first, I kind of saw it firsthand. And I remember going to my first, I'm getting chills even having this story. My first release on the beach here.
Oh.
So we do bird releases on the beach. We try to do them every 4 to 6 weeks,
Very cool.
if and when we can.
Yeah.
But that being said, I go out and I released my first pelican back into the wild, and I started crying.
Aww.
And I was like, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm getting really emotional.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, wow, this is it. Like, I want to be a part of something so much bigger than me.
Right.
And this organization and what I can do to help them and raise
Yeah.
money and just continue to help these birds. I just want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And that kind of just sucked me in. And then obviously I fell in love with Tito and I fell in love with Goldie
Yes.
and the pelicans. And so now, yeah, the bird release is like I just feel so good
like
after
this
that.
is your passion.
Yes, it is. And
That's very cool.
I love talking and networking with the public and getting all
Yeah.
the public involved. So that's something that's really cool too that I get to do.
Well, also, if you get the public involved, I feel, especially with rescue stuff, you have more contacts.
Yeah.
You have this bigger network than yourself that you can reach out to, especially like you said, if somebody needs a taxi.
Right.
Then, maybe, I remember her. Yeah, I can help her today.
Yeah.
And so it does kind of continue to grow and to further things.
Right, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's super helpful. And again, I love this place, and we have a lot of growth left in us and a lot more we can do, and we're just going to keep working hard and saving birds. And
Oh, absolutely. And now what is the goal, your goal for the sanctuary?
personally or for the...
Either way.
Either way.
Either way.
So, I really want to see this place thrive. I want all of our enclosures to be replaced because, like I said, the place has been around since the 70s. So it's all wooden based. They're all kind of rotted out. So I kind of want us to have a lot of people coming here as a destination, which they already do.
Yeah, it's I've seen it. It's really full today. Yeah.
Super busy.
Yeah.
And that comes with the marketing and advertising. And our location, like I said, is also great. I definitely just want to see us keep growing and continuing to grow. I'd like to have more staff to be able to pay more staff people.
Yeah.
So we can help more birds and just get like top of the line equipment. We have a great X-ray machine. We want an anesthesia machine. Just making these improvements throughout, and just being, a pillar in the community, which we already are.
Yeah, and especially, I know you're in the different, you're in the same 2 chambers we are?
Yeah, I'm in 4 chambers.
Oh, so
and
you're
I'm an elk, and
okay.
Yeah, I'm all over the place, which I love. I love my beach town. Obviously,
I will admit this is great. I've lived in a lot of other places in Florida, and this always seems to be the best part.
West Coast is the best coast.
Absolutely, yes.
West Coast all day.
Also, you can see the bottom of the water, and dude, I saw a shark in the past the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What kind of shark was it?
I think it was like a reef shark. It was a smaller one.
Okay,
you
cool.
could barely see. It was like at the end of the boardwalk.
Nice.
Like dolphins, and then there's this little shark, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna swim with you guys.
Oh, that's funny. I live on the intercoastal, so I swim in the water all the time, and I'm like, I never see a shark, and you got to see one.
Yeah, I got to see one. Well, it was we were doing something, and this fisherman's like, hey, there's a shark, and I'm like, what?
No, that's awesome.
And it was so, it does happen here, but still, West Coast is definitely the best coast.
I agree.
I love it. So now I know you said you want to replace things, and you were talking the other day about your Pelican. Did you get that?
The pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pool has been a journey.
Okay.
Again, as a zookeeper and a vet tech I've been working with animals for 24 years.
Yeah.
Like hands-on. And to take over this role in this different light, it's been a great challenge and very rewarding and extremely interesting. So things that I never thought I'd have to answer questions to is like about when you get a pool put in. What valve does this go with? Why does it go there? I'm like, I don't know. I have to find these things out. I'm not an engineer, but I'll figure it out. So yeah, the pool's in. They're doing some finalizations on it today. Saturday we're gonna have like a little unveiling, and we're gonna be able to put the pelicans back into that enclosure because that's the rehab area where the public doesn't see.
Is that where the boards were I saw coming in? Okay.
Yeah, so I'll show you back there too.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, the pool we had to get it replaced. It was cracked. It was leaking. So obviously our water bill's through the roof, which it already is in the first place.
Yes.
We have to clean those pens every day. So we have to drain the water, we scrub it with bleach, take all the old fish out, and then refill it up. So that's always been something that we've been challenged with as is. But replacing this pool was huge, and I did 2 fundraisers last year that helped pay for that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I did a golf tournament and a fish fry.
Oh, awesome.
Which we're going to do again this year. It'll be our 2nd annual golf tournament and our 3rd annual fish fry.
Okay.
So we'll be doing those.
You want to tell me a little bit about those events then, or do you have any idea on them yet?
Yeah, sure. So the golf tournament is October 16th. It's a Saturday. It's going to be at Seminole Lake, which is where we had it last year.
Yeah.
Super fun, scramble, typical golf tournament.
Very cool.
Great auction items, and we always have some fun things like closest to the Pelican and good food and such like that.
Okay.
And then we have a party the night before, like a little luau.
Okay.
And then in November, I don't have the weekend yet. I'll probably be the weekend after Veterans Day.
Okay.
It's going to be the fish fry.
Okay.
Yeah, so I try to do it right before Thanksgiving. There's a lot of people in town, and the fish fry is actually at the Elks Lodge. They host it in Madeira Beach on the water.
Yeah.
So that's the Elks Lodge I belong to. So
very cool.
So generous. They're great people. I love the Elks. They donate to the Seabird Sanctuary all the time. They're just a great organization.
Yeah.
Kevin Toon comes to play. A lot of people on the beach know Kevin.
Yeah, okay.
Kevin is a great guy. He plays for free. Loves the birds.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and it's just again, it's a fish fry. Super casual fun. We do a meat raffle.
Oh, wow! All right.
Yeah. So
I'll get into this. Okay, that's cool.
And then a new event we're trying this year is Christmas in July.
Okay, you were telling me about that the other day at the shop. So, you want to go into a little more detail about that?
Sure. It's July 16th, Saturday.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's the date. We're going to have Santa here, and he's going to be in his Florida outfit.
I love it.
Santa outfit.
I love it.
So I'll have pictures with him. We're going to have a hot dog vendor. Spice and Tea is going to come out and exchange.
We are going to do a tea table that day, yes.
Tea table.
That's where I get to come in on that one,
yes. And a basket.
We're definitely for the silent auction, yeah.
Yep, silent
definitely
auction.
We support our Seabirds.
Love it. You guys are really cool. I'm excited about the teas that they're going to happen.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was... So, for you guys that know, I do work at Spice and Tea in Johns Pass, and it's really cool because we met Christina through the chamber. She was actually the first person who I spoke to at a chamber meeting and knew I was completely out of my element, so I appreciate her for that one. And we're actually happy to pair with Christina on doing some private label teas so that we can get her some Seabirds, Goldies, goodies, and...
Yeah, Tito's green tea.
Tito's tropical tea.
Oh,
I think we did the tropical tea. And then
there's a Pelican
Punch.
Yep.
So this is something fun that we're excited to definitely work with you guys on, especially in the community, and I think it does take a community to do things like this.
Oh, for sure.
And
all day.
Like you said, you're definitely heavy on volunteer work, and so that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
So I was excited to actually, and especially today, I was excited to get to talk to you. I had, no offense, I had no idea you were this interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks. I don't think I'm very interesting.
You're like, I worked at a zoo, and I'm like, dude. So, and so it's really good to find out more about the birds. And
yeah, for sure.
Like I told you, I have a fear of birds, but I warmed up to Tito very quickly.
It's going to be great. I'm going to walk you around. You're going to see the birds. You're going to hang out with them.
I'm going to have some lessons I get to learn today, I guess. So, yes, thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anything you want to add in the closing?
No, I just like to make sure people know that we do rely on donations only. And there's a million different ways you can donate. You can change your Amazon Smile charity account to us.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, but when you order from Amazon, you have to go to the Smile part. You have to go Amazon.smile, not the regular Otherwise,
All
they
right.
won't donate to us.
Okay.
We have a wish list, so we always need bleach and
Oh.
laundry detergent. We need
Okay.
grapes, apples, blueberries. So we always need things.
I did see
constantly.
on your, was it your Facebook, that you had a link that you could actually order food to be delivered
Yep.
here.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I didn't realize you could do that.
Yep. So that's awesome. Now with everyone just with the Uber Eats or whatever, you can
Just Instacart or whatever.
Yeah,
Here's
exactly.
your grapes.
Right,
You
here's
had no
your
idea.
grapes. Yeah, we get apples a lot. Sam's Club will deliver us to us as well. You know,
Okay.
the other thing, we always need towels.
Okay.
Because we line the pens in the hospital with the towels, and that's why we do the laundry.
Okay.
So that's how that works.
I gotcha.
Donating cash, obviously, cash is king.
Right.
Sponsoring events, sponsoring the enclosures.
All right.
There's a million different ways to help us out, but first and foremost, just to come by and see us and kind of see our mission and how hard all the team here is working, all the volunteers and the other staff. We all work really, really hard to have this mission together, and just so proud of everything that we're doing.
And then can you tell me the hours?
We're open every day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, so 7 days a week, every day?
Every
Okay.
day. The birds have to eat, so we have to be
You have to be here anyways, right?
Exactly.
No, I feel that.
So, but that's it. Yeah, I'm just going to continue this mission. We're going to keep plugging along and be the best we can be and help the community as much as we can.
I really appreciate your time today.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to go look at the birds.
Yeah, let's do it.
And not freak out.
Okay. It'll be great.
Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to my newest sponsor, the Spice and Tea Exchange of Johns Pass. The Spice and Tea Exchange is a really cool spice and tea shop where their goal is to just add some flavor to your life. The shop is known for its custom blends, which are blended in-house by hand and go great on any curries, chicken, steaks, pastas, pretty much anything you can possibly imagine to cook up. They're also known for their loose leaf teas. They have over 60 different kinds and even a tea bar that lets you take a tea with you to go. So definitely check them out. They're located in Johns Pass on Madeira Beach. I look forward to seeing you there. I hope you guys had fun listening to me talk to Christina about the sanctuary. I did go on the tour, and I only freaked out once, really. There was a baby blue heron that was... it was trying to show its toughness, and it got to me a little bit. But I had a lot of fun on this podcast episode and getting to tour this sanctuary, and it is an amazing place. What these people do is just so amazing. I got to see the rehab enclosures, which, fun fact, they are getting a new pool. And it's going to be so awesome for the pelicans to rehab there. It's going to be great for them. And I got to see their hospital, which is state-of-the-art. They have a really cool new x-ray machine and really great facilities to help these birds that do come in with injuries, whether it be from fishing or nature or human error or whatever. These people are really passionate about this, what they do. And I met the vet and I met some of the different volunteers, and they were all really passionate. And that's the one thing I definitely picked up from going on this tour, is that these people really do love what they do. And I think the coolest thing I got to see on this tour was I actually got to see what me and Christina talked about, that people really do just bring in birds. I got to see this man. He actually walked up to me and Christina and said, "Hey, I have a baby bird that I found. What do I need to do?" And she directed him to the hospital, and basically he filled out a form, and then one of the volunteers techs also took in the bird, and I got to see it firsthand, and they really do care. And I don't remember what kind of baby bird it was, but they took it and they cared for it right there. And it's amazing to see that the support and love that these people give to these animals. And they don't sorry guys, my cat's got a new toy and he's having fun with it. But these people really do love what they do. And this sanctuary really does not only help the birds, but it also gives back to the community. They do have a beach entrance right off the Redington Shores, Indian Rocks area, or Indian Shores area. And you can walk up and see the sanctuary. It is free. They do run on donations. I definitely recommend giving to the donations. They have a really cool new state-of-the-art, awesome little area that's an education center. And they got new murals done. It's actually really pretty. It's by a local Florida artist, and he did amazing. I got to see these firsthand right after they were done, so it was something really cool to see. I think that this is probably one of the coolest podcasts I've done up to this date, and I will definitely be taking people to the Seabird Sanctuary. so that they can also see how cool it is that these people have made this their mission. They really want to give back to the community, to take care of nature, and especially it's fun because this being Earth Day, it means a little bit more to say that we really are helping nature, or they really are helping nature. I can't wait to work with Christina on future plans, especially through Spice and Tea, through the private label we talked about, and donating to the cause. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as I have. This is actually one of, like I said, the most fun I've gotten to do. I really appreciate you guys listening. We're not going to do a Florida man story today, but it is Earth Day, so all I ask is that everybody go out and help make the earth a better place. Pick up some trash, fill in a hole on the beach so that sea turtles don't get hurt. Just be nice to the planet. It's the only one we've got, so let's save it as much as we can. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I've enjoyed doing it. If you have a second, a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify would be really great. I really appreciate it. You guys are always awesome. It's been really fun getting to talk to you, some of you guys this week. I've definitely gotten to talk to Pete on Instagram. He's really nice. And, of course, Shelly on Instagram. She's always awesome to talk to. And for all you new followers on the Facebook and Instagram pages, thank you for joining. Don't forget to check out the poll of the week. I'm really glad that most of us drink coffee and tea. But, some of you have a preference towards coffee, and that's fine. I won't judge you too harshly, especially since I work in a tea shop, but that's okay. And shout out to my new sponsor, Spice and Tea of John's Pass. I really appreciate you guys supporting the podcast. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I plan to do more like this. I definitely look forward to getting more and new and fun guests on the podcast. We're definitely going to be expanding a little bit more through the summer. As always, guys, if you have a episode request, please email it to me. Just because I haven't done what you've requested yet doesn't mean I'm not working on it. Some take a little bit longer to work on than others. All right, guys. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope that you drink plenty of water. If you're out in the sun, wear sunscreen. If you're in the cold, because apparently it's still snowing in parts of the U.S. in April, because it can do that, stay warm. And as always, guys, that's your daily dose of sunshine.